Hello everyone, my name's Alan, welcome to my channel. I'm going to be talking about and reviewing Midnight's Children, talking about Salman Rushdie. This was a buddy read with Scott at the Bookish Bryants, and we came into this book, or I came into it rather, through the Satanic Verses, which I really enjoyed very much. Two different books, some similarities, but two different books. I read this, made a lot of markings in it. Listened to the audio. Now I'm gonna watch the movie. I'm always the last to know. So most of the time, it turns out that way. But this is boy. I learned. I enjoy books set in India. I do. I'm going to be reading Shadaram with Greg at Another Bibliophile Reads in March for Marching Mammoths. But that's set in India. And I read another fiction book, but read like a nonfiction book last year about it's like a travel log on a spiritual quest from a American who went to India and that. So we get a lot of that. I like the magical realism in this. Now it's been dubbed a fantasy, right on the blurb on the front cover. Teams with life, with exuberance and fantasy. It's more magical realism because there's fakers and tightrope walkers and coal walkers and fire breathers and magicians and fakers, like I said in here, but there's no magic like in fantasy. A lot of history in here. In fact, takes place when Pakistan left India, and if I'm correct, it's in 1947. Indira Gandhi is in here. She went to war with Pakistan in 71. So we get all that. It's very interesting. Even Gandhi is in here. But very humorous book. Hilarious. Laugh out loud funny. Just without... I always do reviews without spoilers. I can safely say that more than almost always. So, just a rich book. I won't talk about the switcheroo. That takes place at the beginning. Well, actually, it doesn't. It takes place about a third of the way in. We get, before the main character even appears in Midnight's Children, we get a big history of his family, and just thinking of scenes that I won't forget. I won't soon forget in here from this book, and just talking about it briefly like this. So I like to buddy read. I'm going to be rereading this with Greg at Another Bibliophile Reads and Scott at Bookish Bryants. We're not exactly sure. It's going to be sometime this year. This book I wanted to reread immediately after I read it. Very, very, very impressed with Master Salman Rushdie. Very surprised with him. New find for me. Always the last one at the party. Actually, I'm kind of the last one to leave. So, hey, thank you. If you're interested in this type of fiction, let me know. I'm into buddy reading. I'm into getting turned on to new books. Nonfiction as well. So, hey, let me know. If you make a comment, I'll reply back to you. Ciao.